Do white Western European male.
Hello and welcome to our concert of songs about the roots of African American music. Tonight you will hear call and response songs, spirituals, gospel, and jazz music. Enjoy learning about the history of African American music. Beginning in 1619 and for more than 200 years after that, Africans were removed from their homes and shipped across the Atlantic Ocean to North and South America to be sold into slavery. Many of these Africans ended up working on plantations in the southern states of America. Music was an integral part of life in Africa, so it is natural that the men and women brought here would use singing as a way to communicate their purpose. By the mid-1700s, several different kinds of songs had evolved. One type of song is called a work song. Slaves created work songs to make harvesting tasks less monotonous by matching the rhythm of the song to the work they were doing. Some of these work songs are called call and response, songs where one person sings a line and the rest of the group answers in chorus. Our first song is Poema Ho, and our soloist is Otto.
Oh, look at this kid. He's got to be a handsome one when he grows up, isn't he?
Hole in my hole, you turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Hole in my hole. Hole in my hole, you turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Hole in my hole. Say, am I from country? Ho, am a ho. You turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Ho, am a ho. Ho, am a ho. You turn around, dig a hole in the ground. Ho, am a ho.
Hey. Yeah.
The call and response, or soloist and group pattern of singing, was the building block for the spiritual. The solo and group pattern shows a social order where the success of the individual and the idea of diversity are celebrated by the group, which is constant in its support. The text for call and response spirituals are often taken by European hymns, a hymn and a song from church. Our next song, Oh Won't You Sit Down, is an example of these elements. In this song, Great Camp Meeting is a reference to freedom. Soloists are Bella and Daniel. Who's that yonder dressed in red? Must be the children that Moses led. Who's that yonder dressed in white? Must be the children of the Israelites. Sit down, Lord, I can't sit down. Oh, won't you sit down, Lord, I can't sit down. Oh, won't you sit down, Lord, I can't sit down. 'Cause I just got to heaven, gonna look around. Sit down, Lord, I can't sit down. Oh, won't you sit down, Lord, I can't sit down. Oh, won't you sit down, Lord, I can't sit down.
In the early 1800s, another genre emerged, the spiritual. Spirituals are religious folk songs, usually Christian. They were created by slaves who converted to Christianity. While work songs only dealt with daily life, spirituals were inspired by the message of the Bible. They were thought to have double meanings, one meaning focusing on faith and the other on freedom. Our next song, Wade in the Water, is a spiritual. It is associated with songs about the Underground Railroad, and it helped the slaves prepare for the journey to freedom. The thirst dogs could not track them by the smell when they waded in the water. The free area was on the northern side of Idaho River. The area was often called Jordan. Soloists featured are Madeline, Cruz, and Harlow.
Yours.
See the kid in the glasses with the plant?
Yeah.
The one right behind her. Or right behind him.
The girl
Yeah.
with the squares on her shirt,
Yep.
white and black. Yeah, I got it too.
Another African American spiritual is Now Let Me Fly. Many spirituals speak of flying away. This refers to flying away from life's hardship, or it meant to escape to freedom. Soloists featured are Pamela and Bean. working at the chariot wheel. Not so particular about working at the wheel, but I just want to see how the chariot feels. Now let me fly. Now let me fly. Now let me fly way up high, way in the middle of the air.
They were sewing. I thought she was. Oh, she said she was on the metal one. Well, that boy's tall. That's my little girl down there in the blue dress.
Oh, nice.
This is a tall guy.
Our next song, Follow the Drinking Gourd, is in full swing fame form. The song is from the Underground Railroad and contains a secret message for African American slaves in the 1800s. The word drinking gourd was code for the Big Dipple. The slaves knew that the North Star was on the handle of the Big Dipple. Escaping slaves followed the stars in the constellation to find their way north to freedom. First, they had to walk at night using the light of the moon or follow the Big Dipper, which was called the drinking gourd. It is a song that gave information about the escape. So this featured all Jonah, Ian, April.
Actually kind of melodic. You know, they're playing.
Follow the drinking gourd, for the open is the way for to carry you to freedom if you follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd, follow the drinking gourd, for the open is the way for to carry you to freedom if you follow the drinking gourd. The riverbed will make a mighty good road. The dead trees will show you the way. And the lifeboat for traveling on. Just follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the open is the way for to carry you to freedom if you follow the drinking gourd.
That was actually a melody.
That's it.
After crossing the river, many would jump into a chariot, which were wagons, where they could hide and ride away. Chariot rides were often given by someone working with the Underground Railroad, and these chariots stopped at stations. Stations were often a home or a safe place to rest and hide. Our next song is Train Is A-Comin'. This song is referring to the Underground Railroad and tells people to get ready for freedom.
They're good friends.
Our next song, Hush Hush, Somebody's Calling My Name, is another spiritual. This is a slow, melancholy religious song. The form of this spiritual is directly related to the sorrow songs that were the source material of the blues. Other spirituals were more joyous and they influenced the content of gospel songs that were to come later. In the 1800s, the spiritual was the main sacred music of the African Americans. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, another kind of music was emerging as the main secular, non-church music, the blues. The term blues is often used to refer to any sad or mournful kind of song, but it actually describes a very specific kind of lyric structure and form. The blues has 3 lines of lyrics in each stanza. The first and second lines are the same, and the third line provides an answer or comment to the first two lines. Our next song, the St. Louis Blues, is the famous blues song sung by W.C. Handy. It is a typical 12-bar blues.
It's 12-bar blues progression. It'll turn around. Colia? Colette? I don't know either. Colia, maybe. Yeah.
Our next song, The Road to Freedom, speaks of the longing for freedom. It features solos and group response. It features solos from Kylie, Ellie, and Haley. The road to freedom is at my feet, down where the
closest cooking hotel.
Rosa Parks is famous for refusing to give up her bus seat in December 1955. Her commitment to equal rights spanned many years. This next song is about that famous bus ride and is sung in gospel style. The soloist for this song is Chloe.
Come on up, you better come on up. Oh, yeah.
If you miss me like the back of my eyes, and you can find me nowhere, come on up to the front of the bus. I'll be riding up there. I'll be riding up there. I'll be riding up there. Come on up to the front of the bus. I'll be riding up there. I'll be riding up the bus, and you can find me nowhere. Come on up to the driver's seat. I'll be driving there. I'll be driving there. I'll be driving there. Come on up to the front of the bus. I'll be riding up there.
Come on up. Come on up. You better come on up.
Oh yeah. Come on up. You better come on up. Oh yeah.
Tennessee's. No, you guys are Nashville, right? Memphis, that's right.
Malia! I'm not sure. She kind of looked up. It's one of those things.
Jazz is a music genre that originated in African American communities of New Orleans in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It developed from roots and blues and rap. Since the 1920s, jazz has become recognized as a major form of musical expression. In 1931, big bands began sweeping the country. The style of these big bands played became known as swing. Many of these bands featured a singer or instrumentalist as a soloist. Our final song, It Don't Mean a Thing, is by the famous jazz musician, Duke Ellington. Thank you for coming to our music program tonight.
man. Yeah, I know. They called it in the jazz category because it's calmed down.
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, okay. I could hear wrong.
As